The sacred cloth that covers the majestic walls and doors of the Kaaba is called the Kiswa or Ghilaf-e-Kaaba. It is not just a piece of cloth, but a garment of love, devotion, and spirituality, whose touch warms the heart and moistens the eyes. It is said that the practice of covering the Kaaba was initiated by Hazrat Ismail, peace be upon him. It was an expression of devotion and love for the house of Allah. And since then, for 4,000 years, this spiritual ritual has been continued. According to historical books, there is evidence that this duty was also performed by the Kingdom of Yemen before the advent of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The king of Yemen, Tuba al-Hamiri, also had a covering placed on the Kaaba. The Yemeni king, upon his return from Mecca, had a covering made of a thick cloth. This covering was called kashif. Al-Hamiri continued this process of making the covering later, and the next time he had the Kaaba covering made from a cloth called al-Mafiriya. This cloth was made in an ancient city in Yemen and was extremely valuable. The preparation of the Kaaba shroud continued in the periods after Tuba al-Hamiri, and precious and rare fabrics were used to express devotion to the house of Allah, including leather and Egyptian Coptic cloth. Coptic cloth was also considered unique in the world for its sophistication. The Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also liked the spiritual custom of changing the Kaaba's covering. When the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, entered the city as the conqueror of Mecca, the covering made by the Quraysh of Mecca was adorning the Kaaba. He, peace be upon him, did not change it, but kept it. However, when part of the Kaaba's covering was burned by a woman who was spraying perfume inside the Kaaba, he, peace be upon him, made a new covering of white and red Yemeni cloth. Even after the demise of the Prophet, peace be upon him, the rightly guided caliphs continued this tradition. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq and Omar Farooq, may Allah be pleased with them, also had a white covering made for the Kaaba. A cloth called Coptic was used for this too. During the reign of Hazrat Omar, may Allah be pleased with him, the covering was made and changed twice a year from the Bait al-Mal. During the Fatimid period, the Kaaba was covered with yellow cloth. During the reign of Muhammad ibn Sabakhtagin, the yellow silk cloth covering gave the Kaaba a unique appearance. During the Abbasid period, Caliph Nasser had the Kaaba covering made of green silk. Later, during the Abbasid period, the Kaaba covering was made of black silk. And after that, black was preferred for the preparation of the Kiswa. The preparation of the Kaaba's covering was a matter of love and devotion, so there were constant changes in the choice of its colors. Coptic cloth was brought from Egypt, which was of the highest quality. Similarly, Yemeni, al-Mafiriya, cloth was also excellent. At the end of the Abbasid period, black was finally chosen for the Kaaba's covering. Along with the fabric, this color was also considered durable, and the quality of this fabric was not affected by the repeated touching and kissing of pilgrims, visitors, and people from different cultures with devotion. In the last century, King Abdulaziz of the Al Saud family in Saudi Arabia was the first ruler to change the Kaaba's covering. This change of covering took place in 1946. It is also important to mention an interesting fact here, that the honor of manufacturing the cloth for the Kaaba has once belonged to Pakistan. In August 1962, a Saudi delegation visited Pakistan to explore the possibilities of manufacturing the Kaaba shroud. After visiting factories across the country, the delegation selected the Benares Silk House in Karachi for the job. Initially, a trial piece was prepared and sent to Saudi Arabia to test the texture, quality and nature of the material of the Kiswa. This sample pleased King Saud, and Wahid Odin Ansari began this sacred work in Karachi. Pakistani artisans and craftsmen, after performing ablution, worked day and night to complete the sacred work. In February 1963, the first shipment of 700 yards of silk Ghilaf was ready to be sent to the Holy Land. On February 22, 1963, the cloth of the Kaaba was placed for public viewing at the Polo Ground, Karachi. On that day, scenes of great devotion were witnessed as millions of people reached the Polo Ground reciting the takbir. The Kiswa was kept in a square box made of glass and wood and 8 other boxes made of steel. Diplomatic representatives of other Islamic countries were also present at the ceremony. Commissioner Karachi Afzal Agha handed over the sacred cloth to the Saudi ambassador. Before the House of Saud, the Kaaba shroud was sent as a gift from Egypt every year. During this period, Jamal Abdul Nasser was the president of Egypt. Once in 1962, when the Kaaba shroud arrived at the port, it was very late. On this occasion, King Saud of Saudi Arabia ordered Crown Prince King Faisal to set up a factory to manufacture the Kaaba shroud. Thanks to this factory, the production of the Kiswa or Kaaba shroud began locally, and this process continues to this day. During the production of the Kaaba shroud, quality and Sharia principles are also taken very seriously. In this factory, extremely pure water is used during the preparation of the Kaaba covering. A special water purification factory has also been set up for this purpose, where the precious silk is washed with this water before sewing. The world's largest sewing machine is also installed here. The silk used to make the Kaaba cover in this factory is very fine and of the highest quality. The silk used in the production of the cover is imported from Italy. This silk is A5 grade. The thickness of its threads is up to 3 mm. This specially produced silk and its thickness guarantee the strength and elasticity of the fabric. And not only that, silk thread passes numerous tests, ranging from thread tests to tests such as thickness, strength, coloration, matching, dyeing, and ability to be used with metal wires. Quranic verses are engraved on the Kiswa with gold and silver threads. These gold and silver threads come from Germany. These gold and silver threads are also subjected to various tests to ensure their quality and durability. An experienced team at the King Abdulaziz complex oversees all these tests to ensure the quality of the Kaaba's shroud. The printing stage is also very important in the production of the Kaaba shroud. The work in the printing department of the factory begins with the printing of verses on the strip of the Kaaba shroud. The factory workers use silkscreen, white and yellow ink to print the Quranic verses. This ink is of very high quality, and it is used with great care. A special department has been established to oversee matters like embroidery and printing, which is called the belt department. The golden strip visible on the Kaaba's cover is prepared with great care and attention. Quranic verses are written on this strip. 16 separate pieces are prepared to make this strip, which are later joined together to form a belt. Meanwhile, 6 pieces of different sizes are prepared for the bottom of the belt and 4 strong pieces for the 4 corners of the Kaaba. At the same time, 12 designs of torches are also prepared under the belt, which are the highest examples of Islamic calligraphy. Special pieces of cloth are also prepared to be placed on the top of the black stone. In addition, special cloth is also prepared to be placed on the door of the Kaaba. When all these pieces together take the form of a complete Kiswa, they present an unparalleled combination of glory and beauty. During the preparation of the Kaaba's shroud, senior Saudi officials constantly monitor the process and the quality of the work is strictly checked. 670 kilograms of pure silk are used in the production of the Kaaba's shroud. The thickness of the Kaaba's shroud is 98 centimeters. The height of the Kaaba's shroud is 14 meters. The width of the shroud from the sides is 10.78 meters. The width of the shroud from the Multazam side is 12.25 meters. From the direction of the Black Stone it is 10.29 meters, and from the direction of Bab Ibrahim it is 12.74 meters. The cost of producing the Kaaba's shroud is 20 million riyals. On the day of the changing of the Kaaba's shroud, the ritual of handing over the shroud to the custodian family, Sadna, is also performed. The Kaaba is also a center of devotion for all Muslims around the world. In this regard, the beauty of the Kiswa gives the house of Allah such a look that the hearts of the pilgrims become gardens. This beautiful covering of the Kaaba is also worthy of a sacred duty like Hajj. Members of the royal family and the head of the administration of the two holy mosques oversee the process of changing the covering. The process of changing the covering of the Kaaba is also broadcast live. During the changing of the Kaaba's covering is first opened by Al-Hatim and a new covering is put in its place. The Kaaba's covering is spread from top to bottom. After hanging curtains from all four sides, they are tied with fabric. Then, 5 torches containing the words Allahu Akbar are placed on the outer curtain of the Kaaba above the Black Stone. In the final stage, the curtain of the Kaaba's door is replaced. After the cover is replaced, the old cover is cut into small pieces, and these pieces are presented as gifts to leaders of Muslim countries visiting Saudi Arabia. In 2022, the date for changing the Kaaba's covering was changed. Previously, the Kiswa was changed on the day of Arafah, but now it is being changed on the 1st of Muharram. The purpose of this change was to make the process of preparing and changing the Kiswa more systematic and efficient. During the ceremony of changing the Kaaba's shroud, the pilgrims present in the Grand Mosque also witnessed this memorable event. The pilgrims say that such beautiful scenes are rarely seen in life. It is not possible to describe them in words.